Did you choose the life you live in? How are you living? You reflected on it? How did we get here? How do we get where we're at today? The model of life, the design of life. Did we choose it? Or did we just end up here? I'm Travis Otterwell. It's Pure Sound Daily Business. We give you daily business principles that you can apply to your life. And today, thinking about the model we've chosen. Kind of model of life. And this is where societal norms come in, right? This is where how we've grown up, it comes in. And it all goes back to that effect piece. Shout outs, I got that effect from How Emotions Are Made. Can't think of the woman's name, the author right now. When we talk about effect, talk about what's broken down and called valence and arousal. And it's what is pleasant and what is unpleasant, and what calms us and what agitates us. And this all is based on the different ideas, the different concepts that we've developed. So I'll leave the scientists to talk about how this actually, where it starts. I'm here to take things I learned and use them. Take an idea and put it into use. So for me, I ain't into the whole breakdown. I'm interested in it. However, I'm interested mainly in the focus of what I'm speaking into microphones on various platforms is how do we use this information? We have ideas, thoughts, concepts that have been built up over the years to where we're at today. And this is, to use a very general, regular term, this is what we believe. What we believe consciously and what we believe subconsciously. What we believe about ourselves, what we believe about the world. How the world works. Very deep interest of mine also is how things work. How societies are created. How civilizations rise and fall. And really, how they rise and fall focused on it's a collective of individuals, and everyone has their different thoughts. That's what I'm always interested in. It's the thought process. The thought process of why people do what they do. And when we talk about societies, it's really a bunch of people thinking thoughts, doing things. Which comes to, are we just doing things because the collective, because everyone else is doing it, because our community did it? Or is this what we truly want to do? It's the only life we have. Maybe something after this that's different than what we're doing now. If it's we're coming back with the same energy in a different time, well, it ain't gonna be in this time. Just think this is such a special time in the history of humans. And I see us being tied to old ways, the old ways and the moment. The energy of the moment. And it's really this back and forth, this fighting that as an individual and then a collective of individuals really creates what we're experiencing. And I'll be honest, I'm not deep into the news because it's a distraction for me right now. I have a concept, I've seen it in entertainment again and again, and it's to be able to choose how you die. It's like you gotta have a certain amount of freedom to be able to choose how you die. I believe it's just anything in life. You have to have a certain level of freedom to be able to do things. One of them, I didn't hear this till I was an adult, like hear it said firmly, in that you should know how your finances are coming in before you really commit to living a life with another individual, as in getting married, or whatever you want to call them, domestic partnership, partnering up with another person. You should know how your money go. Now, I haven't lived that. But see, this is where we talk about if that had been one stated to me and really firmly put in my head, I think either one, I just naturally would have did that, or two, I would have chosen that model to live by. That's not a complete model. That would be one part of a model, right? Our finances. Another part would be marriage itself. It's not the focus of this podcast or the business. That's a huge part. Finances, relationships, what a family is, how to live. These are all things we get to choose. And really goofy things, I say goofy because I'm talking to myself now, really goofy things can hold us back. Little things such as, oh, I wonder what people will say. Like that thought right there, man. I know it crosses my mind. And I don't believe I'm a high achiever yet, but I definitely am an achiever. And that thought crosses my mind, and I don't know how many little things just it kind of stops me from doing day in, day out. Little things like stretching at work. I just started. I never thought this, and I was like, there's only two reasons that I never would have thought this. And this is moving around, doing little exercises at the job to just at least kind of stay in shape. And the other piece of that, as I said, just stretching, going out of my way to walk stairs, going out of my way to do this, that, or the other. Because the job I'm getting out of is a lot of manual labor. So the job I'm going to be quitting and then doing business full time, a lot of manual labor. And I have a mind that I naturally make things very efficient. And I think a lot of it was just not wanting to look goofy, so to speak. And these are goofy thoughts, especially when I'm talking about people that are out of shape, people that are in the same place as me, don't have a financial education, financial intelligence. So to worry about the opinions of people I don't even really rock with, that's goofy. And yet, that's what I'm choosing. That's what I've chosen over the years. So as I said, I've done some things in my life. I've grown as a person. And I still have these little hang-ups. To where one, we'll land a plane with this. One, it shows how important environment is. I've been reading Flip the Switch by Coach Michael Burt. He talks about one of the main prey drive is environment. There's 5 of them. And these are the five parts or 5 ways, 5 motivations to get your drive going. And it's fear, environment, competition, exposure, and embarrassment. And having a good environment. And I look at each one of these. Now, this is my add-on, is that you can look at any one of those 5 and have a internal or an external version of it. Coach mainly focuses on the external version, which I believe is an extrovert, so that's on brand. And that environment piece, are you in a good environment that's nurturing you moving forward? It can't be understated. And it's really, that's what forced me to say, I really need to move on from this job and do my own thing. That's my only option, to live the life I want to live. The model of life, again, as an entrepreneur, and all the other aspects I'm going to choose for myself so I can have a life of habitual joy and happiness. So again, this is a business principle. What kind of model of business are you choosing? We could start off with, is it a business that is just with you and it isn't going to outlive you, or is it a legacy business? And there's other ways to look at business models. Of course, the actual structure that way, how the business is structured, that's a business model. It's a business principle. We're applying it to our life. So how are you structuring your life? How have you structured your life? Is that your choice? And are you happy with it? It's Travis Soto Wells, Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace.